The word township is used to refer to different kinds of settlements in different countries. While township may be associated with an urban area, there are many exceptions to this rule. In Australia, the United States, and Canada, they may be settlements too small to be considered urban. Australia. In Australia, the designation of township traditionally refers to a small town a small community in a rural district. Such a place in Britain might qualify as a village or a hamlet. The term refers purely to the settlement. It does not refer to a unit of government. Clayton are governed as part of a larger council. Canada. In Canada, two kinds of township occur in common use. In eastern Canada, a township is one form of the subdivision of a county. In Canadian French, this is a canton. Townships are referred to as lots in Prince Edward Island and merely form census subdivisions and are not administrative units. In Canada, a municipality is a city, town, township, county, or regional municipality which has been incorporated by statute by the legislatures of the provinces and territories. It is also a specific designation for certain municipalities in Quebec, Nova Scotia and Ontario. Certain areas of Saskatchewan and Manitoba are designated as rural municipalities, while equivalent areas in Alberta are designated as municipal districts and some in British Columbia are designated as district municipalities. In Western Canada, townships exist only for the purpose of land division by the Dominion Land Survey and do not form administrative units. These townships are 6 miles by 6 miles. Townships are designated by their township number and range number. Township 1 is the first north of the first baseline, and the numbers increase to the north. China. In China, townships are found at the 4th level of the administrative hierarchy, together with ethnic townships, towns and sub-districts. Israel. In the early 1950s, the Israeli army relocated the majority of the Bedouin living in the Negev to an area under martial law north of Beersheba known as the Sa'or. These Bedouin were about 20% of the pre-1948 population who remained in the area after the war and the various expulsions that took place. They numbered between 10,000 and 15,000. From 1967, the Israeli government started a program of urbanization with the construction of the first Bedouin township, Tel Asabi. Over the next 22 years a further 6 were built, some on the sites of existing villages. The second, started in 1972, was Rot and is now categorized as a city with a population in 2010 of 53,095. The remaining 5 have populations of between 7,739 to 17,500. The 7 Bedouin townships are amongst the 8 poorest localities in Israel. In the 1990s, approximately half the 170,000 Negev Bedouin lived in 39 unrecognized villages without connection to the national electricity, water and telephone grids. In 2011, after much debate, the government put forward proposals in 2011 to recognize or relocate 13 of the unrecognized villages as official Bedouin townships. The townships are not popular. In 2006, one village, Wadi al-Nam, withdrew from plans to be relocated. One resident of a township told Human Rights Watch that it was like living in a low-class motel. New Zealand. In local government in New Zealand, there are no longer towns or townships. All land is part of either a city or a district. The term municipality has become rare in New Zealand since about 1979 and has no legal status. The term township is however still in common usage in New Zealand in reference to a small town or urban community located in a rural area. The expression would generally equate to that of village in England. Philippines. In the Philippines, townships refer to administrative divisions established during the American civil government in the country. Many of these political divisions were originally established as rancherias during the Spanish regime. The term was later replaced with municipal district. Most municipal districts would later be converted into regular municipalities by executive orders from the Philippine president. South Africa. In South Africa, under apartheid, the term township in everyday usage came to mean a residential development that confined non-whites living near or working in white-only communities. Soweto furnishes a well-known example. However, the term township also has a precise legal meaning, and is used on land titles. United Kingdom. For townships in Wales, which were created by an Act of Parliament in 1539 c. Townships in Montgomeryshire, in the United Kingdom, the term township is no longer in official use, but the term still has some meaning. In England, township referred to a subdivision used to administer a large parish. This use became obsolete at the end of the 19th century, when local government reform converted many townships that had been subdivisions of ancient parishes into the newer civil parishes in their own right. This formally separated the connection between the ecclesiastical functions of ancient parishes and the civil administrative functions that had been started in the 16th century. Recently, some councils, normally in the north of England, have revived the term. Municipalities as a term lived on longer until the local government reforms of 1974. A municipal council was the name given to a type of local government council administering a municipal borough that could contain civil parishes or be unparished. In Scotland, the term is still used for some rural settlements. In parts of northwest Scotland, a township is a crofting settlement. In the Scottish Highlands generally the term may describe a very small agrarian community, usually a local rural or semi-rural government within a county. In Jersey, a township is a redundant term, as the only surviving local government level at present are the 12 parishes of the island. United States. There are two types of townships in the United States. A state may have one or both types. In states that have both, the boundaries usually coincide. A survey township is a unit of land measure defined by the Public Land Survey System. A civil township is a widely used unit of local government in the United States, subordinate to a county. Specific responsibilities and the degree of autonomy vary based on each state. In many states, townships are organized and operate under the authority of state statutes, similar to counties. In others, townships operate as municipal corporations or Euro-chartered entities with a degree of home rule. However, there are some exceptions, the most notable ones being New Jersey and Pennsylvania, where townships are a class of incorporation with fixed boundaries and equal standing to a village, town, borough, or city, analogous to a New England town or towns in New York. Zimbabwe. In Zimbabwe, the term township was used for segregated parts of suburban areas. During colonial years of Rhodesia, the term township referred to a residential area reserved for black citizens within the boundaries of a city or town, and is still commonly used colloquially. This reflected the South African usage. In modern Zimbabwe it is also used to refer to a residential area within close proximity of a rural growth point. CIS countries, in the context of Russian Empire, the Soviet Union, and CIS states, the term is sometimes used to denote a small semi-urban, sometimes industrial, settlement and used to translate the terms th 3/4 nth micron th 3/4 th cubed th 3/4 n euro th 3/4 th n th 3/4 th cubed th 3/4 n th degree, th 3/4 n th degree th 1/4 th micron n th micron n th 3/4. See also, croft, town, urban type settlement, references. External links, the dictionary definition of township at Wiktionary.